introduce Xiang LIN, VP of International Business at Hoolai, and she's going to share with us some of the innovations she's had with poker. So without further ado, take it away.
Thanks, Jesse. Can everybody hear me in the back? Hello, can everybody hear me in the back? Okay. Hey, thanks everybody. My name is Xiang LIN, and I'm from Hoolai Games. Today I'm going to share with you what we have done in the social poker sector. Okay. First of all, I'm going to talk about who we are and what we have done in other sectors. Hoolai Game, we are one of the leading cross-platform game developers in China. With companies founded in December 2008. We have over 600 employees. We have offices in Beijing, Guangzhou, Shanghai, Tokyo, Taipei, and small offices in Silicon Valley. Sequoia China and Greylock, Grossman, they are our investors. Traditionally, we are focusing on the mid to hardcore web game and mobile. All of our games are free to play, so we don't have any title that are paid. So back in the late 2010, when social game was red hot, we are the one who came up with the #1 social game in China market. And every time we turn out a game, there's always something new we put in the game. So for example, Liyue Kingdom is one of the most successful social games on Tencent open platform since the platform opened up back in early 2011 till today. In terms of total revenue, this game is still #1 in that category. We're the first one came up with PvP and real-time strategy games in the social game category. About 6 months before Zynga came out with Empire and Ally. Actually, our PvP features and our in-game guild features were so popular that on average we have about 400 people in one guild. And because Tencent offer free chat groups to 100 people, and up to 100 it's free. So on average, our game, the guild has 4 Tencent free chat groups associated with each guild. And we have found out that the clan features informed in the in-game communication over QQ chat is a very good monetization channel. So people who are in the game clan and guild, they tend to monetize much better. And there's also a voice chat channel in China called YY. They recently, 6 months ago, they went IPO on NASDAQ. And that is also a very powerful communication channel for our gamers. Liyue Kingdom was also the #1 iOS game in 2012, early 2012. First in its category, we're the first one to port a large-scale social games to iOS in China. And it suddenly became a #1 hit in China for more than 4 months. So bottom line is we have learned a lot from mid-core and hardcore games. Later on, we came up with a second World War themed games in China market. It's the top 5 game in Apple's 2012 App Rewind. And this is even more hardcore than Liyue Kingdom. And it's the players very focused on PvE and PvP. We have loyal users tend to pay more than $10,000 per month, and the clan leaders, they manage the gamers in the clan to organize attack. This tremendously drives the retention rate and monetization. This is our second hit game on the web. Right now, it's #2 total. This is a #2 web game on Tencent open platform in terms of revenue. The game doesn't really have an English version, so the translation is just temporary. You won't be able to find it anywhere. The Chinese name is called 展仙. If I directly translate, that means the world immortal. Right now, we also find out that the users in this particular category use chat to organize raids, and the server-wide competition really drives the retention and monetization, and also greatly increase the engagement rate. And going back to what we have learned in our comfort zone, which is strategy, mid-core social game, strategy ARPG in the mid-core sector, we have learned that clans create social competition. It helps foster monetization and increase user engagement. And clan leaders actually have a great role in this whole ecosystem. Hoolai hasn't been the early adopter in this particular sector. So we are late in the poker and social gambling. But this is an area that we consider it's evergreen, it's long-term investment, and we were debating, is it too late to enter this space? Because in the social gambling sector, even in Asia, there's every pocket of market, there's a leader already. And users have their own favorite game, may not be slot machine, definitely not bingo, but they have their own favorite social gambling games, specifically card games in different pockets of Asia. So the question we had to ask ourselves was, are we too late? Do we have anything special we can offer user that the existing product doesn't have? Is there still a chance? So the conclusion we had was that we have to invest in this sector. One reason at that time was because there was a lot of merger and acquisition happening in the early times of 2011. It was just a red hot market. And because our location in Asia, we know that in Asia, not many companies are doing what we're doing. So there's still opportunities in that region. So that's our first belief. A lot of things happened in US, and happening in US hasn't been done in Asia yet. That's the first reason. Second reason is that we have accumulated a lot of knowledge that we haven't seen even in US market yet. So we want to try our innovation in basically combine the best of two categories and see if we can come up with something very refreshing. So that's why our team in-house developed this Hoolai poker game. One thing I want to talk about, so the Hoolai poker game is very classic Texas Hold'em poker. It has the tournament system matching with our competitors. But what we have done different is, we have done a lot of different things, but this is the thing that we tried and actually makes the game work. We ported the club leader systems club systems in the poker game. So for newcomers who entering a game, they first pass new user tutorial. After they're comfortable in the game, they will be encouraged to join a club. And club leaders would do game-wise advertisement to recruit new users. They have tools to organize and manage their club. So club leaders have the tool, and we give them special tools. We give them special virtual goods to manage their club. And they would teach new gamers how to play the game. Every week, club members have a group award, and the club managers have rights to distribute them. So you can see some club managers who are very savvy, they give up all the reward to the group member. In return, they exchange for royalty. And some of the, obviously some other club leaders are not that altruism, but this is a way, it's very capitalism system. So the club managers knows how to run his own club. And there are club-related promotions, and we have game-wide promotions to drive users into clubs. We encourage players to found their own club, and in return they can gain virtual goods reward. The club manager's duties include recruiting, discharging members. They can help newbies to get advanced in the game. Basically, they are our tier 1 customer support. They're the best customer support. They operate in chat channels, so they organize in-game club-related activities. Every week, when the club member join tournament together or join cash table, the club jointly together will get reward. And they can call for donations to help out the weaker member of the team. This is a chart that we have seen on the stats. The turning point over there, the red turning point, is when we introduced the poker club system. And it has immediate result. The end result is that we see a 200% increase in pay rate, 450% increase in ARPU, and about 30% of the users actually are joined the club system, but they contributed to 90% of the total revenue. Top 2 clubs spent more than all the non-club members combined, which is more than 10%. So that's what we have seen. What I want to get back to is I think combining the club system in poker game help users feel that they're important, both the club leader and also the club members. There was a great article I want to refer here, so that's what I want to talk about. I was very lucky that Casual Connect team invited me to talk in Singapore. What I found out is that the audience asked a lot of questions about Asia and Asia social casino in general. So we have about 8 minutes left, I think. So if you have any questions about Asia, if I know the answer, I will share some of my insight. If not, then we can do some more research together. And any questions?
Sure. Go ahead.
It's more about the club managers. How do you become a club manager? And do you recruit for club managers, or are these daily active players who you've chosen, who've volunteered for this role? How do they work?
We have, the way we roll out the feature is we came up with a task. So our game have daily task system. We only target users who are above a certain level. So for new users, we give them tasks to ask them to join the club. And for users who are above a certain level, they have a task to either join or form a club.
So you can form your own clubs?
Yes, if you have pass certain criteria.
And these criteria are like behaviors that move your financial objectives?
Levels and number of coins. Yeah.
Can you be a member of multiple clubs as a player?
As a player, right now most of our club size is 50. We are 50.
Okay.
So we are debating. We are experimenting, giving a few really successful clubs bigger club size. However, that's a trade-off, because it's a trade-off between how much do you want to give power to a few selected users. So we're still experimenting on the fine balance. And we have done some other experiments that didn't work very well. So.
You talked about clans for the RPG game, and then you shift it into clubs for the social casino. Could you talk a little bit about how the clans and clubs are the same and how they're different?
Good question. Well, first of all, I think it's the same that the clan club leaders, in this case, I see them as almost the same thing. They help newcomers. That's one. Their group-related their clan group-related rewards for activity points. So in that sense, it's the same. And we actually give tools to club members so they can distribute some of the reward. To give them more power, more authority in return, they have more leverage to manage the club.
In
so
cases.
we haven't, the Hoolai 3D Kingdom game back in 2011. So this is like an evolving process where we start adding features and see what works. Back in the Hoolai 3D Kingdom game, the club system wasn't that sophisticated. Oh, okay. I guess that's it. Well, if anybody are interested in Asia, let me know. Okay. Thank you.